Hello, welcome to another episode of the Long Hop Cricket Podcast. To start us off today, I have a quote which I feel, after this upcoming Ashes series, maybe one we could reflect on. It comes from an Australian cricket pundit.
Who?
I'm not going to say his name because you won't know who he is. Who says this is England's worst ever batting lineup that they have taken to an Ashes series. He says they are underwhelming. They only have Joe Root is their only good player.
Right. Yeah.
Alistair Cook is also probably good, but he's past his best. Yeah. And the only way we could possibly compete in this Ashes series is if Ben Stokes flashes the bat. And then underlined it says arrested on Monday.
Break him out. Break him out. Will you stop coughing?
Sorry. I feel like this is the can't bat, can't bowl, can't field quote.
This is the worst England. This is the worst England side I've seen.
Well, I would love to argue against what that guy has said.
I don't know what it was like in the 90s. I imagine it's got to be worse, but this is the worst England
and he
squad
said,
I've seen.
Where his prediction is 5-0 Australia, which is hard to argue with.
So what's the episode about today, bro?
The episode today is about who was on the plane.
Who is on the plane?
Who's on the plane?
Who's in prison?
Why are they on there?
Yeah.
Because we've got a few of those. Why the hell are they on the plane?
Yeah.
And our starting 11 from who is on the plane and who we think missed out.
And also The Great Escape. We need to bust someone out, don't we?
Right, good. Just because you watched the film in the week and it's your favourite film. Okay, so...
I've kind of got like visions of like, you know in Pirates of the Caribbean when Johnny Depp's in the prison? He's like, I hear those cannons, I know those cannons.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling.
Is that in the 12th one?
That's what I'm going to feel like when he hears Alex Hale's car rev up outside the prison to smash him through.
I've heard those punches before.
I've seen them shit tattoos. Anyway, we're back. We're late on this one, but it was always going to be a Sunday one,
don't worry about it. Yeah.
And also, just more and more evidence compiled against Stokes is coming out, so...
Right.
Worth biting your tongue for. Do you want me to crack through the squad?
Let's go through the squad and try not... I will try not to interrupt it.
Right, okay.
With arguments as to why I hate that person. Okay?
Yeah. So we'll go through the squad as a whole and then we'll pick out big names.
Yeah, good. Go on then.
Alphabetical order after Joe Root, the captain.
Nice.
So we got Mo, Jimmy, Johnny Bairstow, wicket-keeper. It says wicket-keeper.
Wicket-keeper Yorkshire.
Jake Ball, Gary Balance. I need those £10 worth of scratch cards.
Yes.
Stewie Broad, Cookie, Mason Crane. Finney comes in for Stokes. They're kind of sharing a plane seat at the moment.
Yeah.
It's obviously Stokes in prison. Ben Stokes, David Milan, Craig Overton, Mark Stoneman, James Vince, Chris Wokes. So it's what, is that 16, 17 guys?
It's not enough.
One teacher share. Stokes and Finney sharing the hours.
Do they all get to play? Then we might be all right.
So if
we have that as our squad going into the game.
Yeah, it's just dog shit.
Okay, so
that's a laugh. That's them having a joke.
Yeah, let's go from the top, so we can start off on a good note. Joe Root.
Well, we don't. Do we need to talk about the guys that are good?
Well, Joe Root, captain.
Right. Okay.
Still not so sure about him being captain.
No,
but
well, who else is going to be?
I don't know why we got rid of the old one.
Ben Stokes is in prison.
It's not our main problem. So happy with Joe Root. He's one of the best batsmen in the world.
Yeah,
easy selection. You can't argue with that. He has to be on the plane.
Right, Moeen Ali picks himself.
Ali, he's got to be in the team.
Yeah, England haven't got a spinner.
Exactly. So
well, we have, but we just don't. We don't know if we have. Or
right.
not.
Okay. James Anderson, good. I'm worried about his fitness.
Ashes.
I'm not sure he'll last.
No, he'll be fine. Maybe his last Ashes though.
He just I hope. But Johnny Bairstow
just needs the bat, doesn't he?
Yeah, so we're all good to this point. Jake Ball, he's done all right when he's played for England.
I think. Do you want to just? The best way to do this is just.
You're just going to pick out and destroy people, are you?
Well, it's just let's go through the bowlers and let's go through the batsmen. Instead of because there's no reference points, is there?
Apart from going through it in the order we just went through it.
Yeah, but that's alphabetical order. So, like, I want to go through the batting first.
Right, let's go through the batting.
So we know that Gary Balance or James Vince will be in the starting. One of them will be in the starting 11, won't they?
Yes. Hang on. I'm who's our opening? Oh, right, okay. So Stoneman and Cook have to be our opening partnership.
So
who's the third opener?
No, they didn't take one.
We don't have one. Good.
So they took 2. So it looks like Stoneman, no matter what, will play all 5 tests.
Yeah.
Unless they get someone
Stokes
gets
back.
called up from the. I think Jennings has gone.
Yeah.
With the Lions, I don't think Hamid has.
No.
So Jennings will probably be the next person to come in.
Brilliant. He's done well.
But that'd be all right because
Stoneman won't need replacing.
Yeah, exactly
in
right.
the form he's in.
So Stoneman and Cook will open the batting, and then you're kind of guessing because
because they
Joe
can
Root
do
doesn't want to
whatever
bat
they like.
3.
No, he won't bat 3.
You're kind of guessing it'll be Vince or
He won't
Balance.
bat 3 when he sees people's like getting smashed in the head and hitting the ribs. He'll be like, nah, 4 for me, lads. Go on, Gary, have a go, fella.
So Gary Balance or
That's so.
James Vince. Right, Gary Balance.
Oh, what is this? It is like a joke, isn't it?
Gary
It is
Balance,
like a
right?
joke.
I can see why. I can't see why, but I can see why on paper because of his stats, right? And his good time in the county season.
Yeah.
James Vince is averaging like 35 for his
And he was rubbish when he played.
And
They're
he was
both rubbish when they played for England. But one of them has done well in the county scene.
The thing is that Gary Balance and James Vince, right? You could see talent there, like
Yes.
county. But this isn't like we're playing, no offence to any minnow teams, like in English conditions. We're going to Australia.
Yeah. Can I ask a question as well? What was the point of like the summer when you picked this team?
Well,
because we found out these players weren't good enough, and then we started trying other players.
well, we found out Wesley wasn't good enough, right?
Is it like the devil you know? Is that what we've gone with? Like, well, at least we know they're rubbish.
I think
Like, we pick someone else, they might not be. But I don't understand. So who are you saying is going to bat 3 in that first?
about Gary Balance.
It's going to be Gary Balance, isn't
James
it?
Vince is so bad. He's not bad.
Oh my God.
He's just not good enough at the moment. He's
so-
not good enough for England colours.
No.
He needs to do.
Gary Balance isn't, though.
And Gary Balance has had a fantastic season
Right.
and a better England career than James Vince. But somehow
Yes.
James Vince makes his way.
Yeah,
on the
I don't
plane.
even... Okay, so...
And his body, he's the weirdest body I've ever seen. He looks like he should be a dwarf, but he's really big. Remember Ben Duckett?
Yeah, do I remember?
The ugliest man I've ever seen.
That's so harsh.
He looked like Barney Flintstone. I'm surprised he hasn't been brought up. I think he's in the Lions.
Okay.
So you're
Gary
thinking,
Balance 3.
You're thinking
Root's going to be 4.
Yeah.
Who's going to be 5?
David Milan will keep his place, surely.
Oh, my God.
But you could say James Vince to pick. James Vince is actually probably lucky.
Milan
He's got,
will keep his spot. won't he?
yeah, but you're thinking James Vince has got a potential of slotting in
So
a couple of different roles. So you might edge his bets that one of them will be shit and they'll get a go.
Milan will be 5,
Yeah.
which means Bairstow has to be 6.
Well,
But unless
they bust Stokes out of prison.
Yeah.
Where does Stokes bat?
he gets a poster and digs behind it, it's not going to happen. Crawled through a mile of shit and came out clean on the other side. Unless he does that, then we're going to have to play. So that, okay.
Well, no, honestly,
are we saying he's in the
no,
team or not?
Stop, right?
Right.
Ben Stokes, is he going or not?
That's what I'm saying.
What-
I think
what
we
do you
have to
think?
do this with him not going. Because he isn't. At the moment, he can't.
Do you think he will get on the plane? Do you think he'll be able to play?
I'm not sure they'll let him through the airport. I don't know. I don't know how long investigations take into beating people up. I don't know.
Okay, well, we've all seen the video, right?
Oh, hang on. How long does it take to go to court? It takes forever.
Yeah, but I'm
So you'd
not
have
sure.
to fly back to go to court. Oh, brilliant.
So, like, the evidence is out there. He sparked someone out, right?
Right.
And there's lots of chat about the guy had a bottle and he's going to bottle someone, and it was like the other guy was being homophobic to somebody else,
Right.
and all of this
Yeah.
stuff. That
He still punched someone, so they were knocked
the
out.
evidence has shown that Ben Stokes is just a one-hit
Yeah.
knockout. Ground and pounder. Let's just say he gets his sentence of, a fine and whatnot,
Right.
which I don't think it's not. It's Ben Stokes started.
He'll get like community service
Yeah.
or something.
then it goes on to the ECB to
He'll be
say,
picking up rubbish outside the ground before he goes into bat.
and then it goes to the ECB to say, do we want this guy representing England? Which they obviously do because we're shocking.
Yeah.
Does he play this? Does he play in this summer? This Australian summer? I got a feeling he won't be there.
Well, I don't. Again,
For the first couple of tests, I can't see him being there.
I don't know how long investigations take. I don't know if they'll.
He has to go though. Normally, like if this is I kind of feel like Liverpool with Luis Suarez. You know, when you're like, that's our player, we need him back. But we're kind of like,
okay,
what he's done is pretty shit.
But we don't care.
But we just need him back, so we'll just back him.
We have to.
I kind of feel like that now. Normally, I'm way against this kind of stuff.
I don't think, for the sake of this podcast, we can include him because at the moment he's not going.
God. Really?
So who goes 6?
Well, they brought in. Do you think that's a good idea, bringing in Stephen Finn for Ben Stokes?
I read an article and apparently you can't. He's unstoppable from getting him in the team. He's like,
who's this?
He has to be
Stephen Finn.
Yeah,
he's unstoppable.
Yeah, they were like, he's
Didn't Andrew Schleicher a few years ago say he was unpickable?
Yeah, no, it said unpickable to unstoppable.
Right,
is what the headline was.
But what I'm saying is Stephen Finn. When I look at Ben Stokes, I don't think out and out bowler. He's not Freddie Flintoff for me.
No,
I'm thinking he's a stronger batsman.
He's the opposite.
Yeah. So Freddie and Beefy were probably stronger bowlers than they were batsmen. While Stokes is probably the stronger.
Beefy was just way better at both.
Yeah, of course. Beefy's the best one, but I would probably put Beefy as a bowler rather than a batsman.
I think it's close to Beefy. He was incredible at
Freddie.
both. Freddie was definitely a bowler.
And I think Stokes is a batsman who bowls.
Yeah.
While the other two,
although I think that's swapped. I don't think he used to be.
No, but he's
so
just
recently,
pretty shit at bowling these days.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's not really a like-for-like replacement. Maybe I'd bring in a batsman.
You got the list right here.
Well, I'm saying I'd bring in another batsman. I wouldn't have brought in Stephen Finn.
Oh, right. I see what you're saying.
I'm saying I would have brought in maybe... Well, I can't bring in Alex Hales because he's locked up.
Yeah.
He ain't got no right.
Just someone from the Lions. They've picked the people that we experimented with. They put them in the Lions.
What about one Samit Patel?
What was a worse version? Isn't it?
I'm saying, right, you wouldn't need a spinner.
He's like Moen, but not as good. So you're having 2 Moens in the team.
But Ben Stokes
is not that bad, is
Ben Stokes is an all-rounder that bowls a few overs these days.
No, I don't think Samit Patel's good enough. I'm not having a fat lad on the team. Do you know they play football before the warm-up? Just he's straight away in goal. No, come on.
Right, Samit Patel.
You need to be an athlete.
Is that the reason why he...
Yes, because he doesn't care. Doesn't care.
But then you got to think, right? Is having a few more extra potatoes worth what the paycheck is to be? Because he's a very talented player.
Yes.
He probably could be in the England setup.
How much better would he be, though, if he took it seriously? He'd be a world better. He'd be so much better.
What, his fitness?
Yeah.
But maybe he says he doesn't need it.
But that's not an argument.
Maybe he says he's good enough being a fat lad, like Rob King.
It's like someone who can do long distance running really well but smokes. You go, well, if you stop smoking, you'd be better. But don't need it though. No, but you'd still be better.
But then you could say that guy who's really good at long distance running still getting picked for the long distance team, isn't it? Sam Patel's not.
Yes, I know, but I think you'd probably get banned if you wouldn't get picked for the Olympic team if you were smoking.
But what about if you were you say I don't know.
Yeah, but he isn't, is he? Mo Farah.
Yeah,
but Samit Patel's not Mo Farah.
Right, okay.
People aren't like, this is the best player that's ever played. We're not picking him. It's like he's better than he looks, isn't he?
There's a few names that Ben Stokes I think could have been. I said Samit Patel because he's the genuine all rounder, if you like. Yeah. There's a few guys out there that could have been picked. Do you know who I don't know how he's done. But what about Tim Bresnan?
He's too old.
No, but
he's really old.
What I'm saying is, it's just like Ben Stokes still might play.
When he was playing in 2011, right? He could barely get the ball. He did, but he could barely get the ball down the other side of the pitch. Pryor was catching it and wasn't sure it was in his gloves.
But what I'm saying is that actually isn't a bad little job share. Stokes and Bresnan, they're kind of like for like.
No, they're not. Bresnan.
isn't as good a good batsman, but he's probably a better bowler than Stokes.
Well, what's that saying? That he bowls it full? What are you talking about?
So,
who are you picking as 6? Who's coming in at 6
what
for this team?
I mean, what I'm saying is that there were other names out there, like, what was that guy? Liam Livingston.
Right.
Alex Hales.
Okay.
But
he can't.
I don't know if you can you?
I think he would have.
Joe Clark from Worcester.
Right.
There's these younger players who are
How have
batsmen.
we got to this situation?
Well, I don't know.
How has this happened?
You're letting go of...
We had all this time.
Yeah.
We had all this time.
And we never tried Kevin Peterson or Ian Bell.
We had all this time. And we've got to pick it. It's like, this is just England sport, isn't it? We have all this time to get ready for the major tournament. We get there and we go, oh, we don't know what team we're going to pick, the formation we're going to play and how we're going to play it. I'm like, brilliant. What were you doing for all of that time?
Well, the thing is, a big thing that's happened is that one of our guys has gone... into prison.
And we've got a completely different squad.
And it was that moment.
How many people...
Team knew they fucked up.
How many people... How many new people are going to be in this team from who played West Indies?
11.
It's going to be at least 5.
So, David Milan, does he get in?
Yes.
Bairstow probably has to bat them at 6 then, doesn't he?
Yes.
Moeen Ali number 7?
Yes.
8, 9, 10, 11. Then you could have 4. You're going to have to... You got 4 bowlers there. 4 seamers. You need 4 seamers? Probably. Can Ben Stokes get in there as wicketkeeper and give Bairstow the gloves? Give Bairstow the batting position, Stokes the wicket-keeping position? Probably not. That's probably not going to happen. They're going to use 4 bowlers: Jimmy, Broady, Wokesy. Wokes gives something at the bat, coming in at number 8 or 9. And then it's a bit of a toss-up. You know, they've got Overton. No idea.
I think Ball is their first pick of that extra bowler.
Ball. Well, you said what's his name's unstoppable. Finn.
That's what they were saying. But I think,
right, Wokes, Jimmy, Broady, and Ball.
Yeah,
quite similar.
Yeah, they are.
And it's not like we've got much to go to because our spinner is Moeen Ali. No offense to Moeen Ali, but it's not like he's a world beater.
Yeah. Well, Graham Swan did badly out there.
Yeah.
So come on. I know what you're saying, but
Craig Overton apparently has got a bit of height to him. I would have loved to have seen a Chris Tremlett-esque player.
Do you think that's why we did really well in 2011? Because we had loads of pace bowling.
We had just different options.
There were different options of pace bowling. You had Chris Tremlett, who's like 12'7" or something, just huge.
Yeah.
So he's going to get the ball to, and he wasn't slow.
Yeah. And he had a role. These guys got all the same role. So when they're going to, someone will try and enforce, they'll get smashed. If they give it to Stuart Broad to bounce him out, he'll get hit.
Shows how well we did because Stuart Broad got injured after the first test last time.
Yeah.
And we had so much bowling, we were fine. But I just can't.
Would you have said Liam Plunkett instead of Finn? Give you a bit of pace?
I don't know why Liam Plunkett's
I'm not sure Liam
team.
Plunkett's a test player, but Stephen Finn was...
How many people have been picked here that aren't test players? There's proven... there's people here that have proved they can't play test level that have been picked. Okay, from the people that have been picked that are on the plane, what's your starting 11?
Well,
not what we think.
There's a couple of players we haven't mentioned first. We should probably go through.
Well, James Vince, he can't start.
Well, I was thinking Mason Crane and Ben Stokes.
Okay,
so Mason Crane the leggy, Ben Stokes the wicketkeeper.
Yeah.
Wicketkeeper backup's fair enough to take, but do either of these players get involved in the 5?
Crane will.
He'll play.
Yes.
He'll play.
Yes.
It's ridiculous he's even going.
I'll tell you why he'll play. We'll be pressured into it by the Australian media. When it comes to, we'll play somewhere where they go, oh, it's a spinning pitch. And Australia have got Lyon and they're considering picking this. And England don't have a spinner. They've got a part-time one in Mo. So England will go, brr, brr, brr. We'll pick Crane as well. That's what they'll do. And then he'll barely get bowled, and when he does, he'll get smashed.
You think he'll play one game and get...
I think he'll play one game where England will try and play 2 spinners.
Australians are generally not that great against off spin, but they're very good against leg spin, aren't they?
I don't know. Well, they destroyed Graham Swan. He was off spin. They just had that thing when they just decided when we lost 5-0 last time.
The thing is,
halfway through Graham Swan's see it.
If Graham Swan's getting hit, then
they just decided because he'd.
That's why Rashid can't
so
go.
much.
And fair enough, Rashid can't go. Rashid,
I'd rather Crane than Rashid go.
We have to. Well, the thing is though, is Mason Crane. I wouldn't mind him going along for the experience. But then at the same time, I would have maybe given him to the Lions and said, "You got the experience of a tour and you're playing."
Well, we don't have a spinner though.
They've got there are people on the county circuit. Leach, I know
he's done really well recently.
Yeah, and I know he had a kink in his but then fuck it. If he gets scored a no ball, he gets scored a no ball, right? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And to be fair, I've only seen that once. Been called up, stopped on the field for an action,
and it was Murley, wasn't it?
Yeah, after he'd been passed, but. We know what's going on there.
But what I'm saying is, there's there's another lad going around. Whether was it Borthwick, I don't know. That might be wrong. But there's, down at Somerset, Leach, is it? Should be getting. Mason Crane was barely making it into the 4-day format for Hampshire. He only just got in this season.
Yeah, he did well when he played for England, didn't he? In that ODI.
T20.
Was it 2020? Yeah. But he did well. He did well, didn't he?
It's 4 overs, you know what I mean?
But Dave, they're picking people who've completely failed.
What I'm saying is...
completely failed. So they go, he did all right in the 2020 in the team.
What I'm saying is Mason Crane, I can see him being part of England's future.
Do you reckon they have, checkpoints that they have to meet to get in the team?
Well...
did he do his laces up? Was he wearing whites rather than the one-day strip when he came?
I can see Mason Crane being in the future, right? But I would have sent him along to the Lions and said,
"It's definitely a chance to ruin him, picking him for this tour."
I don't think he'll play.
You don't think he'll play a single game?
No, I think Sam will come in.
He will.
He won't
I think
play.
he'll play.
He won't play.
I think he will.
They don't have trust in.
We're going to get battered, Dave.
Yeah,
we're going to get battered.
I know. We're going to get
and then
battered.
they'll switch the team because we'll get battered.
So okay, then you think he's going to play? He'll get the one game. He ain't going to be a part of the.
He won't be part of the first first match.
He can't bat, and England don't like that. He can't bat. He's number 11.
Right, yeah. But we've got loads of people that can't bat. We've got loads of people that are batsmen that can't bat. What's your starting 11?
Well, there's 2 more players we need to talk about.
They don't care. They're not going to play.
Ben Stokes.
He's not going to play.
He can't get in.
He won't play.
They can't include Johnny Bairstow as a batsman because
they can,
Stokes
but they won't.
Locked up and he ain't getting out.
They can, but they won't.
Craig Overton.
Not going to play.
We won't see him.
I don't care. Who is he? Has he played a Test match for England? Has he played a Test match for England? No.
Don't care.
And he's been picked without even playing it. Brilliant.
Yeah, but we've got players in there that are shit and they played for England.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. What was the point of the summer? Go, we'll try some people out and we'll try and sort this problem out. And then they've come to it and gone, no, we'll just put all the problems back in.
This is looking at it over and over again. This is a shit England.
It just gets worse every time you look at it.
Let's look through making 11 out of this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with I'm going to go reverse order. I'm going to make
bowlers first.
Yeah, like I said.
11. Go on then. Who's batting 11?
No, this is...
Oh, you're actually going to... Brilliant. Jimmy opening. Go on, Jimster.
Right, who's well, the openers, we've got no choice.
Exactly.
It's Cook and...
Yeah, but...
Mo and Ali.
Hales would have been your other option.
No, Hales would have batted 5 for me, or 4.
No, I mean, but who's your other option to open the batting for England?
Oh, well...
Apart from Stoneman.
You got Stoneman, and there's...
Who?
Okay, what's his name didn't do very well.
Hamid
didn't get a go, and he's done shit this season.
Right.
So Hamid, fair enough, out of it. What was the other joker called that couldn't...
what, Jennings? No.
But then we had,
it has to be Stoneman and Cook. Although it's not perfect.
There are people on the county scene knocking on the door.
Yeah, but we've got no other options.
Like the players that have done, what is it, Robson and the players that have done shit before.
I don't think we've got any other... That's fine. I've got no...
Making 117, 9 balls.
But I've got no problem with Stoneman being picked.
Would you have taken another opener, though, in the squad?
Yes, you have to.
But then who would you have... You can't take... Jennings, you can't take him.
No.
Hamid, you can't take him. You'd have had to have taken one of the county boys that have...
If me and you were the selectors, we can't take him. But going by these people, you can take whoever you like.
Yeah, but we got to pretend that we are the selectors, don't we?
Right. So no, you can't.
You'd have taken one of the county lads.
Yeah, but you have to.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Tim Bresnan.
Like you said, why are they taking Finn when we don't have another opener?
Well, they're saying
why are we taking Overton when we don't have another opening batsman?
They're saying that Finn is...
unstoppable.
a replacement for Ben Stokes, and Ben Stokes is not an opening batsman.
Oh, good.
But Finn is not an all-rounder.
So I would not.
Brigadier block at every
I wouldn't have taken Overton and taken an opener.
Well, we'll get through this, right?
You have to have 3 openers. But yes, as far as the starting 11,
we haven't had an opener since Andrew Strauss.
Yeah, I know.
We know what it's like not to have one.
We know this.
So
I'll tell you, Joe Root didn't do that bad when he had that stint opening in the Ashes for England.
Yeah, well, he went back 3, mate. He's definitely not going to open, is he?
Well, no, he got dropped as well. But anyway, so
is this who we would pick or who we think's going to be picked?
This is our 11.
Right. Okay.
We just gone through their 11. It's a joke.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we did go.
So
through 11, yeah.
Cook, Stoneman.
I think Joe Root has to bat 3 if it's my 11.
If we're picking, we're putting Joe Root.
He doesn't want to. It's quite obvious he doesn't want to.
Oh, he'll get over it.
Yeah, he'll have to bat 3.
He's taken one for the team. He's the captain. 3.
Yeah.
Now, I think Johnny Bairstow should be 4.
Thing is, though, is you're going to have to. Is he going to keep?
No.
So you're bringing in folks.
Yeah.
Even though you said you don't care when we talked about.
No, but we were talking about what they're going to do.
Right. Okay.
I think Johnny Bairstow has to bat 4. We've got to put our best 5 batsmen in the top 5 batting positions.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you. Yeah. I agree,
so Johnny Bairstow has to be in the top 5, and I think he fits best in it being at 4 as a batsman.
So who's going to go number 5?
Number 5, I think Moeen Ali can go number 5.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's a solid top 5.
And then in an ideal situation, Ben Stokes would go 6.
Ben Stokes would go 6.
But he's locked up and ain't getting out.
So who goes number 6? You're looking at Milan.
I think I'm going to keep.
You're looking at Milan at 6.
I'm going to maybe say Moeen Ali 6, Milan 5.
Wasn't Milan batting at
5?
Was he batting at 5? Okay.
And then, so you're saying
all right.
Ben
I don't know. I want Moeen to bat with some batsmen for a while.
Yeah, well, you got folks coming in.
No, I know, but he's still in the bottom half. I think he's good enough. He should be having pressure to do well in the top.
I'm saying is David Milan is done well at number 5.
Okay.
Moeen Ali's done well at down the order.
All right. So Milan 5, Moeen 6.
Yeah.
We're going to have to put folks in 7. We've got no idea if he can bat at this sort of level, but we'll have to find out.
Yeah.
Him 7. Now, really, we've got space for a spinner, but we've already put our spinner in. I
think you use 4 pacemen. So what I think you have, because if there was Ben Stokes, we would maybe even look for a spinner or a batsman. Okay. But let's say there's no Ben Stokes. So
Broad 8.
No, Woke's 8.
Sorry.
Because Woke's come back, can't he?
Woke's 8. Broad 9. Now, who do you pick? Finn.
So who's it between? Finn, Ball, Overton. Is that it?
Yeah.
Finn, Ball and Overton.
Finn's expensive.
So let's say Jimmy Anderson 10.
11.
Yeah, okay, 11 then. So we got one
We've got to fill 10.
Ball, Finn, Overton. Do you know what?
Overton's not getting picked. He hasn't played. He can't.
I'm thinking Stephen Finn.
But he's so erratic.
The thing is, Ball is just like the others.
Yeah, I know, but at least you know he's not going to just be completely erratic. Stephen Finn could just bowl full tosses, bowl it short, punch the stumps. You're going to pick Stephen Finn just because he can bowl. I don't know. He can't though. He used to be able to bowl over 90, but then he had to change his action because he kept whacking the stumps, and now he can't.
Right, yeah.
So now he's like a fast medium bowler who's erratic.
Yeah.
I don't think you can pick him.
Thing is, though, is that after we've done this, can we do our own teams without using these shit players they picked? Because I've got players that I would want to take on.
So what we said, Jake Ball.
I'm going with...
You're putting Finn in there?
I'm going with Finney. You can go with Ball.
Okay, all right. I mean, it's... I don't know how much difference.
And then, so if Ben Stokes was to come back, he would bat 6.
He would bat 6.
Mo 7.
No, you see, I don't want Mo batting at 7.
Well,
I'd rather have Mo batting 5, Milan batting 7.
No, come on, Owen. You can't.
Who's better? Who's the better batsman?
But we've seen success from.
Who's the better batsman?
Owen, we've seen.
Who? Who's the better batsman?
Oh, Moeen Ali could bat him at 3. He's better than most of the
so
team.
put him at 5. So he has the best chance to bat.
No, he bats at 7.
You're an idiot. You're doing what England do. You're doing exactly what you hate.
If Ben Stokes was in the team, does Johnny Bairstow still bat at 4?
Yes. We have our best batsman at the top of the order,
All
just
right
like you're supposed to.
So Moeen Ali 7.
Oh, that's stupid.
Ben Stokes 8, 9, 10, 11. Then you'd have 3 pace bowlers: Wokes, Jimmy, Thingamajig, Broady. That's what would happen, isn't it?
I'm not doing what would happen.
No, okay, that's
not what I would do.
Well, where's Moeen Ali going to bat? Where can he bat?
I would put him in the top 5. I'd put him at 5.
Yeah, but then Milan bats 7.
Yeah.
But don't you think that Moeen Ali...
why have you got a massive problem with the worst batter batting lower down the order?
Because I think Moeen Ali's very successful down the order. And if we've got someone to go up the order...
Why don't
then
we
let
just
Moeen
give
Ali
him...
play to his strengths.
Why don't we... No. He's playing against his strengths and he's playing to his weaknesses and doing well. Let's play him to his strengths. Bat him with batsmen where he's got time to build a partnership.
He's got a lot
Not
of time,
go out there with Stuart Broad. He goes, I don't really care, Mo, and then hit it straight to a fielder. Mo goes, brilliant. Well, I'm going to run out of time.
David Milan's doing this exactly the same, isn't he? So
I don't care about David Milan. He's not good anyway.
Is there anybody that...
Let David Milan... He can get 30 off 70 balls at 7 as well as he can at 5. At least Moeen Ali might get 150. And he could do it in a 300-run partnership if he bats with Joe Root.
All right, so what we're going to say is, if it was us using this team, no matter if we have Stokes or not, we are not going to pick James Vince or Gary Ballance.
No.
Leach, Crane doesn't come into it either.
Freudian.
Crane doesn't come into it either.
No.
We do want to use Ben Stokes because we are scared about our batting, so we need Johnny Bairstow to bat.
Yeah.
Our bowlers are going to be, Ball, Wokes, Jimmy, and Broady. Obviously, Ball will probably miss out if we have Stokes. If not, Ball or Finn will come in. We'll probably see movement across the 5 tests anyway.
Yeah.
If anyone I missed out, that's probably about it. I think we should now look at what our...
If you were going to pick the 11 to come on the plane.
Yeah. Let's just say the selection process hasn't happened and we've got all the county players and all the players before.
But we're only picking 11. We're not picking the squad.
Yeah, I'm not picking the whole squad, no.
Okay.
I'm picking my 11 that would start my first match.
Okay.
So I've gone with Andrews.
I think the top 5 is going to be pretty much the same as we just did.
Marcus Trescothick.
Are you joking?
No, I am, but he averaged over 50 this season.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. You can't run.
We can't. He wears glasses now when he bats as well.
Yeah, no.
So Stoneman and...
I think our top 5 stays the same.
3. No,
our
it
top
doesn't.
6
No,
stays the same.
Not for me.
Who are you changing? What position are you going to change? What are you going to change? I don't...
So, Joe Root 3.
Yeah. Bairstow 4.
No.
Okay.
Alex Hales 4.
Okay.
Bairstow 5.
Okay.
6, Ben Stokes.
Sorry, who's back? Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay.
7, Moeen Ali.
Right.
8, Folkes. 9, 10, 11 will be... 9, 10, 11 will be, what's his name? Wokes, Broady, Jimmy. And what I'm also thinking of doing is saying to Moeen Ali, do you know what, mate? You are a batsman. You're going to... maybe for... This is the thing I've got. Change with Bairstow. So you go and bat 5. Bairstow goes and bats 7. And then we take out... did I even have Folkes in there?
No.
I can't remember my team.
I was going to say, you've put Bairstow at... Because
I want...
You put Bairstow at 5, but he's the wicket keeper.
Let me go through that again.
Cook, Stoneman, Root, Hales,
Bairstow,
Stokes,
Mo.
You haven't got a wicket unless
Folkes.
Right.
9, 10, 11 can be Broady, Jimmy.
So we got 3.
Wokes.
Oh no, because we got Stokes as well.
So you got 4 bowlers
got
with
4
Stokes.
bowlers.
But what I'm also thinking of changing around is taking Folkes out.
Okay.
So we're down to 10 players now.
Yeah.
you swap Bairstow and Mo around, so Mo goes bats 5, Bairstow bats 7, and we bring in Leach to spin the ball.
Okay.
Or maybe another paceman, and I don't know who that other, but I want something different. I don't think... The thing that worries me about this squad, Owen, is having 3 or 4 pacemen, is there a difference when they're all the same? Is there a difference having 4 pace bowlers? Let's say Stokes goes out, right?
Yeah.
Is there a difference with having 4 pace bowlers or having 3 pace bowlers and Stokes? Because they're pretty much the same. We need express pace, or we need bounce, or we need something in there.
I think Mark Wood should be in the squad. He's in the Lions, but I think he should be in the squad.
I think he's got like a stress fracture.
Well, he's been taken with the Lions.
He's going to the Lions, is he?
Wow. So I think he's something different.
Yeah.
He's something different. I'd pick him in front of Finn and Ball.
There's no way that I would probably take Leach, and he might even get a game.
Yeah.
I don't think Crane needs to go.
Well, I think
Crane needs to go on the Lions tour.
Yes, I would agree. I prefer your first. I can't be dealing with Johnny Bairstow batting at 7 when we know we've got a week back.
The only thing that worries me is...
And the form he's in.
Can you say Johnny Bairstow, you can bat maybe 5 or 6, right? So just swap around with Stokes, or you don't swap around with Stokes. And we'll say you're going to keep the gloves. So we've got an extra position open there for either a bowler, an all-rounder, or a batsman later on in the order.
It's very high to be batting.
Can you just say for this Ashes series, we've fucked up?
We're gonna give it a go. You're gonna wicket keep and bat.
Can
5.
you bat 5 or 6? Because I'm thinking, I know Kumar Sanghara is a special talent, but he must have come in at in and around 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about brilliant keepers in the past. You know, where does Quinton de Kock come in? He came up early.
6, I think.
Yes, I think
could well have been at
Ben
5,
Stokes
though.
could bat 5 and Bairstow 6, and then you've got Moeen Ali 7, and then we've got...
I think Bairstow bat 5. If he plays, he bats in the top 5.
Do we need to have Bairstow in the top 5, and you need to have Folkes down the order to keep? Because we don't know anything about Folkes. We don't know if he can bat or not.
No, I think if you've got Stokes at 6,
Moeen 7.
If you need batsmen after that, then I'm sorry, the top 7 haven't done well enough.
So Woke's 8, and you've got 9, 10,
Yeah.
11. You've got chance for 3 bowlers there. Are you allowed to... Do you take a spinner, or do you take...
No, Moen's our spinner. I'd take a spin. If we were picking
I'm saying for these last 3 spaces, because you've got Wokes batting 8.
Not in Australia.
You've got Wokes batting 8.
Yeah.
So you've already got Stokes, that's 2 seamers.
Yeah.
You've got 9, 10, 11. You've got Jimmy and Brody. That extra pace bowler gives us what? 5 pace bowlers and a spinner? Do we need that, or do you have an extra batsman to just say, do you know, we've got a flaky place here?
The problem is though, batting that low.
This
how
is what
much
makes
does
you
an
want to
extra
have
batsman do?
What
for
makes
you?
you want to have a spinner?
Yeah,
just have a good spinner, and I think Leach is a good spinner.
Yeah,
he could bat 11. I know he doesn't bat.
What amazes me is how far away from what they will do we are.
Yeah.
Do you know what happens between what we think and then when you're actually in charge of picking it?
The thing is,
what
you've
happens?
said this for a long time now. In just the players that we've got is just push them up because they're good enough. And I've always been like, no, because we've got positions to fill. But I'm just thinking now, let's just stop bringing in shit players and just make our good players bat
where
harder.
They can. Yeah, and I think if we do that, we've solved 3 batting problems, and now we've made it a bowling problem.
Yeah.
We have 1 bowling position to fill.
The problem with England is that they want to have basically 12 or 13 players on the pitch because of all the all-rounders, right? But because they're filling the positions with shit players, the likes of, Vince, Balance, Milan to an extent, or even a shit bowler, we're actually playing with 9.
I know. Yeah,
because those guys are getting naught.
Yeah, we said this before.
So, 12, playing with 13 players and only scoring 250 doesn't count.
It was even worse when they were picking Rashid. Yeah. So they weren't bowling him. So now you're playing with like 8 players.
It doesn't count.
So shit.
Having 13 players and not getting 400 doesn't count. We may as well play with 11 players because we're doing crap. Our batsmen aren't scoring runs. So we know there's batsmen in there that can score runs. That's what I'm thinking. Bairstow, for this tour and this tour only, you take the gloves, Ben Stokes goes out and we have another bowler in there and I want a spinner. And it ain't Crane.
Right.
It's not going to be Crane. And if it's not Crane, then I want a proper bowler in there. If Overton's tall, then Overton gets to go.
Surely. Like you
So
say, we need something different.
He'll break down.
Yeah, but at
Yeah,
least
okay.
he's something different we can do for a game.
Can you remember the 2011 squad? Just quickly to go through that.
Well, it was
Cookie Strauss.
Cookie Strauss.
Trot.
Who was
KP.
KP.
Number 5, Belly.
No, I think he was 6. I think Ian Bell was batting
Collingwood?
at 6. Collingwood 5, Bell 6, Pryor 7.
That was the last
How
time we
good is that? 8. Well, it changed, didn't it? But
8's going to be Brezzo or Broad.
Swan was 8.
Oh, Swanee, yeah. And 9, 10, 11 will be
Was Tremlett, Broad, Anderson, Bresnan.
So we didn't have an all-rounder, did we, in
Tremlett.
that team? We did not have an all-rounder.
Oh, you're not counting Collingwood anymore.
But
we
didn't have a Ben Stokes S
No,
or
we
Freddie
didn't.
Flintoff.
No.
We went
It
there
almost solves a problem by not having one.
we went there with 3 fast bowlers. Okay, they all interlinked
Yeah.
and changed. But 3 out-and-out fast bowlers. Well, 3 pace bowlers, sorry.
No. Yeah.
Jimmy, Broady got injured, so Jimmy...
Well, we went there with Anderson.
No, what I'm saying, in any given game, we were only going to bowl 3.
Yes.
So Jimmy, Broady got injured, but it would be Broady,
Tremlett
Finn, or
Bresnan. Yeah. Bresnan is sort of medium fast, isn't he?
So we had 3 pace bowlers, and a spinner and Graham Swan.
Yeah.
And overs from, the likes of KP, Trot, or Collingwood.
Yeah.
Well, that's only 4 bowlers.
KP got freaking Michael Clark out, didn't he?
So what I'm saying is, like,
I think
we are
we're trying to
ap-
fill a team with all-rounders.
We're
just
so
creates
far away
many
from that
problems.
team.
Yeah.
and
Who have we not replaced out of that team?
Strauss.
Andrew Strauss, Matt
Jonathan
Pryor,
Trott.
Jonathan
We
Trott,
haven't replaced KP.
KP.
We haven't replaced Ian Bell.
I wasn't happy with KP though when we had him.
No, nor was I. And Ian Bell has gone through stints of being utter dog
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Collingwood is the same.
He was good when he came back though. He
But-
had that 2005 was rubbish.
The only person I can see going into that top 6 is Collingwood out and Joe
Stokes.
Root in.
Joe Root.
And maybe Ben Stokes in for Ian Bell. But that top 4,
Probably not though.
no?
Probably not. Not in the form he was in. He was incredible.
That top 4 of Strauss, Cook.
The top 7
Yeah.
is unbelievable.
Yeah, and I think we hold the likes of Moeen Ali, Ben Stokes in very high order,
Yeah.
but they're not good enough to get in that team.
No.
Is Johnny Bairstow good enough to beat Matt Pryor? That's a difficult question because Matt Pryor was a brilliant keeper.
Yeah.
And became a very good.
Although he did
counter-attacking
have
batsman.
keeping problems, that was his weak. He was a batsman who
He
could
was
wicket
similar
keep.
to Johnny Bairstow.
I think Bairstow's a better batsman.
So would you maybe put Bairstow in?
Yeah.
There's no way that you're getting rid of.
But that's the only competition, isn't it?
We haven't grown in bowlers.
No, we
since
haven't grown in
then.
bowlers, and batting's just become a major problem.
The bowling has got worse.
Yes.
Moeen Ali's not a better spinner than Swan.
No.
And the only reason why Broad's in it, who's better than Tremlett or someone like that, is because he's fit, not because he's come a long way.
What's your prediction
5 now.
to Australia?
Yeah. Getting absolutely fucking pwned.
It's not good.
5
is
or
it?
4-0. We're getting fucking nailed out there.
I can't wait to see the first 11. I can't wait.
That England batting lineup
I
is
can't
dog
wait.
shit.
I can't wait to see
Thing
the
is-
first 11.
If James Vince is in there, I'll screw my own eyeballs out and send them down in the
So
post.
it's the 23rd of November is the first test match. That's the first.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's when the fucking misery starts. If Ben Stokes doesn't go, then we will be absolutely knackered. And if Ben Stokes does go, we're still losing 5-0.
We're doing a fight companion on the 24th. Friday night.
We're getting... What's yours then? The last Ashes, people said we were going to get nailed, but I didn't believe it. This one I definitely do. The Ashes are going back
I
over to
think
Australia.
if we get nailed in the first test match,
All right, well,
we're
what's
in a
your
world of
overall
trouble.
prediction? A good spanking or not? Do you think we'll put up a fight? Honestly, do you think the likes of those players that are going will put up a fight?
you're not going to believe me, are you?
Do you think David
No,
Milan...
England. We know England is shit when they're behind. I think they will go behind in the first test match
Yeah,
because
and
we
they'll
don't
go
have
behind in
we
every
don't have a
single-
team. We don't have a team. They're just going to pick some weird
Freddie Flintoff says that this is...
the best batting, like the best squads England have taken to the. It's like, what is he taught? I'd love to speak to him All right, let's list off the 2011. You list off this team.
All
We'll
the
compare
05
and-
squad.
Yeah, with just any other England team.
Even when we got battered in, was it 07? That was a better squad than this.
Yes.
06, 07.
Yeah.
That was better. And the last time when we went to Australia and it was like the two Ashes in 6 months when we got battered 5-0 there, that was a better squad than that.
Yeah.
If there was 10 test matches, we would lose 10-0. What's your prediction? I don't understand what you're saying.
4-1.
We were going to win.
Yeah, we're going to win one.
again.
We're going to win one. 4-1.
All right, then. Let's wrap
That's
it up.
it. Okay.
We'll be
That's
back.
depressing, isn't it?
Yeah, what a load of dog shit. We'll be back next week with another Rainy Day podcast. We would love to hear your England 11s.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, and state whether you're doing one with what's been picked, or if you're just doing one if you could.
It'd be nice to hear, for those of you that follow the county game, any players that you would bring in from the county game, because
I don't think we've got a major problem. I think we're making them.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think, well, we could talk
with
about
the way
all
they
day,
pick the team, they're making problems.
but I think we are really nailing ourselves.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, like, comment, subscribe. We're back next week. We'll work out what show.
And we'll go
another Rainy Day podcast anyway.
Leave some comments. I like going through the comments bit.
Yeah, we haven't had them in a while.
Some in a while.
Anyway, cheerio.
Cheers for listening, fellas.